The Heist might be ending for season 2, but you guys will hear more from us in the very near future. On top of that, for year 3, I could not be more excited to be moving into the brand new 100 Thieves facility. So we're gonna have all the players, all the coaches, and all of our business staff under one roof so that we're constantly communicating with each other in the organization. And so there's just gonna be more content for you all to watch. There's gonna be more time for me to spend with the team. And all around, I think our Legal Edge program is just gonna make improvements in all facets of the organization.
Put it there. Hey everybody, for those who don't know, this is Doug. He's our head of apparel, and he made something special for you guys, so he was just going to tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is just a little gift from 100 Thieves, made custom for you guys, and this is actually just the start. There's much more coming, but this is just to get you started today. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we're really excited to have everyone here today. This is the first time in the company's history that we've had pretty much every employee, every player, every coach, every level of management here in one place. The 100 Thieves Cash App compound has been years of hard work from so many different employees. I want to give a big shout out to Jason Ton for pretty much... from start to finish, alive. Maddie and his entire partnerships team for actually selling the place so we can pay for it. And John for helping operate and handle everything that you guys see here today.
Obviously, the Rocket Mortgage House holds a special place in my heart just because it was the first, house for 100 Thieves when I was a part of the spring roster. And honestly, the house was amazing. I think this new compound that we have, our training area, we have our own sort of League of Legends like training room, and it's my first time playing in like a team area specifically designed for esports teams. I think it's a nice way to separate practice and living environment, like your own room and your own house.
I personally love the office. I'm starting to become a much more bigger proponent of like balance. You have players like working and living out of the same like housing situation. So it never really feels like players get like a disconnect from where their work is, where their personal life is. And for League of Legends, it's a game that's constantly evolving. So you still need players to like grind after scrims and like put in those extra hours. With the office, it does definitely feel like once we get into the office, everyone knows that it's work time, but when work is over, people still kind of feel comfortable staying after and putting those extra hours in. Like we still have that culture of players being able to put in the extra hours, but if given the choice, people can still go home and have their personal lives. And like esports to me is still like a developing industry, so I think 100 Thieves kind of taking the forefront and showing other esports organizations like this is how we should do it, right? We should allow like professional players in all kinds of sports to have both personal and professional lives is the right step forward. And definitely from how scrims have been going, I think it's the step in the right direction.
Then it would be good. I mean, you guys have double flash event and double too.
Yeah.
I think that's his goal.
It's all prediction only affects what you see.
Is that?
Yeah.
They don't see that.
I'll give you a line.
At the time when it's least expected, I feel like they really trolled letting us do that because it was so f***ing obvious. They blued it and they just saw all of us standing right in front of Baron. It's just like, oh no, we're good guys, they're not hitting it.
Yeah, that's why I said let's go back on it, because then that's not expected.
Well, playing with Someday and Medio since I played with them a year ago, or even a year and a half ago, I think all three of us learned a lot from like our respective journeys, sort of, whether it's different teams or for Someday's case, he was playing in Academy for 100 Thieves. And I think this time around, coming back to play with them, we're kind of just gelling with each other, and because since we already played with each other a year or half a year, it's really easy to see the areas that we've improved on individually, as well as how the game's changed and how we sort of try to play with each other. And we never really had any problems with like playing with each other, us three. So I think this time it just makes it everything a lot easier. It's been pretty enjoyable so far, and yeah, I'm hoping that we keep it up for the upcoming weeks.
Yo, I'm gonna run bot here to bait him down here, then I'm going up top. Yeah, he sends his maiden up top, starts running it down, he goes bottom.
It's actually a 1-3-1, but only with your channel. Tommy, are you trying, dude?
3 points in 30 seconds.
Oh!
Got it. Backward.
In the game, like just being able to have a team where everyone really wants to help each other. It's like if you have the opportunity to do something in the game that will help yourself or do something that will help the team as a collective. I feel like if you can kind of get everybody on the same page about helping each other out, then that'll just kind of work in any meta. Because
How are you?
Good.
Yeah? Excited?
First time here, yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty cool. For a long time.
What's better about Alpha than Elm Hill?
Everything.
Yeah, okay.
I started playing League when the Australians' Dota servers, Warcraft servers shut down, and I didn't know what other games to play, but my friends in school suggested me to play League, and I was like, nah, the game looks not that great. I started playing more and more, and then I found myself really competitive with even my friends, and I just wanted to keep getting better, and eventually I got really high up, and my friends weren't playing as often as I was, so I started playing with just other challenger players and just improving, and then eventually one of them told me to play pro. And playing my first year in Pro League in OS was a lot different. Like, I felt like there was a lot to learn, and now playing in NA, I feel like pretty much the same way. I feel like there's just so much to learn about teamwork and just other than like individually yourself, whereas in OS I was just like worrying about my individual self and trying to keep up with everyone else, but there's actually more to the game, and that's just teamwork. I'm pretty happy with Realma so far, just because like he has a really good attitude on playing the game and learning like team concepts and macro and improving himself. So it sort of reminds me of like myself when I was a rookie joining the LCS. So I think as long as he's able to keep up the improvement mentality, I think it not only helps himself, but helps the team a lot. You know, Tommy being so hungry to improve and to try to win. So as long as he's able to keep fitting with the team, I think he's gonna do really well for himself.
Let me ask you this. How many hours, and be truthful, of League of Legends have you played? Well, we could actually check your account.
I probably played like 200 games last year, maybe.
Regardless, I guarantee if I play for 8 hours a day for 5 days straight, and you and I 1v1 in a, what is it called, an ARAM, you're getting smoked. And we're putting a nice pair of sneakers on it. So when our first apparel drop is done, we're gonna play for 8 hours a day for a week.
There's no way you're gonna play 8 hours. You have not played 40 hours of League of Legends in your entire life.
I'm picking Ziggs, and you're getting smoked.
His name is not Ziggs.
Zig. No, the
Our
character.
coach?
No, the
Oh,
character.
okay.
The one that throws bombs. Or what's the most powerful champion right now?
Akali.
Go Akali on Akali. How about that?
Yeah, done. I'm gonna play 40 hours of Kali.
Gang.
Gang, there you go, John. And I want Dior Jordan 1s when I win. Gotta call StockX
buy
up
him
for
fakes.
some favors.
So Matt promised us is like if we win game one versus Optics, he'll give us all Yeezys, right? And so we win game one, and we're every time we talk to him, we're just like, so where are our Yeezys at? And then it's like when we're at Miami, he's like, I'm taking you guys all to the shoe store. You can get new shoes. And I'm just like, we still don't have our Yeezys, dude. Like, I want my Yeezys, not these.
Got him eventually, at least.
I got it.
And then I got traded right after. Get that camera out of here. You're gonna blast.
Cut it.
Cody, you made it to World 3 years in a row, right? You think this team can go to Worlds?
You have to let the universe decide.
He's trying to be very feng shui about it. That's not how you use that word. Wait, I need to hear like. No, you already got that from something.
Yo, Matt, you gotta make a sweatshirt with your face on it.
That's the best idea I've ever heard. I'm gonna get right on that. Maybe a shirt with your face on it.
That's even better.
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited. Last year was a big disaster. I mean, 100 Thieves has been like so kind to us in terms of like like the hospitality that they provide, like all the staff and players. And I think we all like feel deep down inside that we want to like kind of pay that forward. It's a week before LCS, and I guess the difference between the previous years is that our improvement, like our wins, they come from something a lot more concrete, right? It's a lot more team stuff. It's not like individuals just like popping off and just making these like solo plays that give us the win. A lot of it feels very systematic, where like if we know what to do and we're in the spot where we can push the advantage, like all of our players know how to do it. So in terms of like how this feels different from the past years, it doesn't feel like a lot of these wins are artificial, right? It feels like, yes, we're definitely the better team because we have better basics, we have better fundamentals. And in terms of champion pool, I also feel a lot more comfortable this year. So I think going into LCS, I'm definitely much more confident than I was in the past 2 years.